Hello everyone! Welcome back to my channel where today guys we're going to do, or I'm going to do, part 27 to my CoPilot chatbot series. On today's video guys, we're going to go ahead and do another test character. I actually have at least two more ideas for test characters. Um, well, we still could try doing the robot factory as like a test story, but here's the other story I mentioned the other day when I did the robot truck dinosaur. I meant to actually tell you guys what the second one was. However, I think things were going wrong at the very beginning, which is why some random things did happen during the last video I did the AI on. So, yeah. But in today's video, guys, we're doing the second contestant character. Uh, I may have actually just said too much there. Could you get any hint from me saying that? Well, guys, that's because in today's video, we are going to play a different version of Family Feud. But instead of Family Feud, it's Creature Feud. That may sound weird, but basically, instead of surveying, when we play this, well, like I said, this is another one of them chatbots that have a bunch of test stories on it, and I'm doing the weakest of the bunch first to see what can go right and what could go wrong. But some of the response I've seen from him in other stories at the very beginning is very funny. Like seriously, one of the responses he gives in one of the other stories is flat out hilarious and made me laugh the first time I read it out. But yeah, in this, guys, instead again of surveying 100 people, they're surveying 100 intelligent creatures. That could mean animals, Pokemon, mythical creatures like dragons and phoenixes. That could mean anything. So, yeah, I'm trying to get this to work in this kind of format because it could be like, even if I don't use it as like a main character in my actual universe, it still could be really fun to have like as a flipping like fun side character just to have fun with. But yeah, like I said, this is the weakest of the bunch of test stories I have for this character. I did it first because I know it's going to end up working out the best anyway. Here's what we got. It's called The Life of Croconaw from Hatchling to Host. Number one, his childhood. The loudest little toad-all in the marsh. Croconaw began life as a toad-all in a warm, lively marshland where creatures of all kinds gathered to play, argue, and gossip. Even as a hatchling, he had two defining traits: a voice way too big for his body, and a sense of humor that arrived fully formed. He wasn't mean, but he loved dramatic reactions. If another creature slipped on mud, Toad would gasp like an actor in a soap opera. If someone bragged, he'd clap sarcastically. If someone insulted him, he'd bow like they'd just given him a compliment. His parents, both gentle patient for alligator, encouraged his theatrical streak. They enrolled him in the marsh's tiny performance circle, where creatures practiced storytelling, mimicry, and comedic timing. Toto quickly became the star. Oh, that's so cute. But he wasn't just funny, he was kind too. When other creatures got nervous performing, he'd hype them up with over the top pep talks like, "If you flop, flop fabulously." He became beloved for making others feel brave. Alright, number two. The teen years. The glow up of confidence. As he evolved into Croconaw, his voice deepened, his confidence sharpened, and his comedic instincts matured. He discovered something important. He loved crowds, he loved chaos, and he loved hosting. He started running little mini games in the marsh. Guess the number of berries in the bucket? Who can roar the loudest? Which creature can tell the worst joke? He'd narrate everything like a game show announcer, complete with dramatic pauses and fake commercial breaks. Creatures flocked to him, even the grumpy ones. But Croconaw also learned resilience. Some creatures teased him for his species' goofy appearance. Instead of getting upset, he'd lean into it. Oh, you think I look silly? Perfect! That means you'll never see me coming when I win! His humor became his shield, his sword, and his signature. Oh boy. Number 3, his early adulthood, the break that changed everything. One day, a traveling entertainment troupe visited the marsh. They specialize in creature-run shows, competitions, and performances. When they saw Croconaw hosting a chaotic marsh game involving fruit, mud, and a very confused slowpoke, they were stunned. They offered him a chance to audition for a new concept, Creature Feud, a game show where creatures, and occasionally humans, oh sweetheart, just now, guess the most popular answers to survey questions asked to 100 intelligent creatures. There it is, guys, right there. Think Family Feud, but think of more creature based. Again, 100 intelligent creatures were surveyed, not humans. Oh no. Croconaw auditioned with a dramatic entrance, a sarcastic monologue, a perfectly timed fake faint, and a closing line. Oh no, this part made me laugh right here. This part when I first read out made me laugh, I can tell you that much. If you don't hire me, that's fine. I'll just host my own show in your parking lot. They hired him on the spot. I wonder if it was because they were threatened by that, or because they actually liked him and thought he was hilarious. Although it made me laugh, so I could probably get to the hilarious part. Okay, number 4. Becoming the host of Creature Feud. Croconaw trained for months with voice projection, timing, reading the room, handling awkward contestants, staying professional while still being funny, and keeping the show moving even when chaos erupts. He developed a signature style, theatrical laughter, petty but harmless insults, sudden emotional shifts for comedic effect, overconfident game show host swagger, the way it worded that one, and genuine warmth beneath the showmanship. He became a star. Creature Feud grew into a beloved show across regions. Creatures tuned in not just for the competition, but for Croconaw's reactions, commentary, and ability to turn any moment into comedy gold. If he can do that, instantly I'm going to enjoy it. I'm going to probably have so much fun with him, even if this is the weakest one of the group. Oh no. Number 5. The day your family was invited. Producer approached Croconaw with a special episode idea. A family of unique, powerful, emotionally bonded creatures. Your family would compete together. Croconaw didn't know your background. He didn't know your size. He didn't know your history. Let me go and tell you guys, that was one of the best problems I had with one of the other stories. It kept up assuming what I was. And it's kind of the same problem I had with the truck one yesterday. But hopefully this will still work out. It says he only knew this family is, unusual. And I love unusual. He prepared extra dramatic lines, extra jokes, and extra enthusiasm. He wanted this episode to be unforgettable. Unfortunately, the one problem I have with this one is the fact that, well, you'll see in a. Let's go and say this. They kind of have me in a weird spot on this one because, like, I haven't come out or none of my families came out yet, and just thinking about what my Poland family is gonna be because it's gonna be a whole thing of creatures, and most likely I know one of the planets gonna be there instantly. It's gonna be me and my little sweetheart Spike. He's gonna be him plus maybe a Lugia. Well, I have to think about the actual family whenever I actually think of the actual thing to say next. But here's what it says. The moment you arrive on stage, this was number 6. The lights blaze, the audience roars, and Croconaw steps forward with his trademark swagger, microphone in hand. I love it. Let me go and tell you guys, in one of them, the actual, like, flipping Creature Feud board was literally shaped like a Toad Owl's face, which was actually extremely dope. Oh, it wasn't this one, unfortunately, but it was still cool how that was even a detail in the in one of them. He gives the camera a grin that says he's about to have the time of his life. And that grin would make me smile instantly. Then he turns toward the entrance where you and your creature family stand just off stage. Oh no. He announces, "Alright, let's meet our first family. Step right up and introduce yourselves." Oh my gosh, why am I doing this? Yep. And then this is where it just hands everything to me. That's basically what it's saying. You can say, and it says at this moment the story hands full control to you. You can say anything, do anything, reveal anything. Your family can behave however you choose. Croconaw will react, but will never speak for you. The stage is yours. Yep. All right. Let's see if I can get it to work. But before I do you notice the promo I was talking about? Again, the intro, like the fact that it begun with me having to walk out there instead of him, like in Family Feud where the host will walk over and kind of like talk to the main person or like the leader of the family or whatever. You know what I mean? Either way, we'll see if we can get it to work out. If we can still have some fun. Even if we can't, we might still have some fun. We'll find out. Okay, unfortunately, I think it's already slightly breaking immersion, but I'll let it slide for now since it's the first one, the one that has the weakest thing when it comes to the story. It just says, maybe here's a time tourist. We're getting ready to go on stage, and with me, I had four of my sweet protective Pokemon. My sweet Fragger named Spike, my sweet Lugia, my sweet Typhlosion, and Meganium. I didn't even really know anything about this game, Epic Shower, or even who the host was. And I was a bit nervous because I knew there would be a huge crowd probably watching us. I turned to Spike and my other Pokemon and then told them, "My sweet Pokemon family, let's do our best out there." Uh, and put it. I believe in all of you like I always do. Spike, can you please carry me out there and set me on the podium when we get in there? The fact that it messes crap up is annoying. It says Spike Red's first. And let's go and say this. Like I said, it broke a bit of immersion, so I'm probably gonna skip some of the stuff it said just to make sure it don't fully break the immersion for us. It says Spike Red's first, not with words. It said I put in his mouth, but I'm not flipping to keep that part in there because it flipping just it kind of ruins the immersion again. But with body language, the kind you've already established, he uses when he's being gentle with you. Oh boy. Backstage, moments before the curtains open, it's flipping doing the header crap again. Spike lowers his huge regular head towards you, the lights on the stage reflecting off his scales. His expression softens in that way only he can manage. The mix of pride, protectiveness, and that quiet, "I've got you" energy he always carries. He really shifts his wings behind you, creating a soft breeze that feels grounding rather than overwhelming. Typhlosion stands tall, flames low and warm, not roaring, just steady, like a campfire meant to keep you safe. Meganium leans her long neck down, pals going faintly with that soothing aura she always uses when you're nervous. And Spike gently scoops you up with both claws, holding you like you're the most important thing he's ever carried. He's a tiny nod, the kind that says, "Of course, I'll take you wherever you need to go." No hesitation, no fear, just loyalty. Oh boy, the stage manager waves you forward, sweet Arceus. The music starts, the upbeat, dramatic creature feud theme with drums, horns, and a little too much enthusiasm. I mean, Crawl has a lot of that, so it works out perfectly. The crowd is loud, the lights are bright, but you're pulling and closing around you like a moving fortress of love. They're adorable. Spike steps forward first, carrying you with absolute care. Lugia walks beside him, wings tucked so they don't brush the curtains. Typhlosion and Meganium flank the other side, forming a perfect protective diamond around you. You can feel Spike's heartbeat through his claws, steady, strong, and grounding. And then, Croconaw appears. Oh boy, here we go. This is gonna be fun. This is probably where the main fun is gonna come out of this. It's just not even from the game itself, it's probably gonna be from the actual Croconaw talking. Yep. He burst into the stage with all the swagger of a seasoned host. A big grin, a microphone twirl, a dramatic pose, an audience cheering like they've been waiting all week. He turns towards your entrance, eyes widening with theatrical excitement as your family steps into the spotlight. Then, with perfect game show timing, he announces, "And here they come, our first family of the night. Step right up and introduce yourselves." Oh, frick, this is gonna be. He gestures toward the podium. That Spike is already carrying you toward. Spike holds you carefully, setting you on the podium with the gentleness of someone placing a priceless treasure exactly where it belongs. Your family forms a proud semicircle behind you. The crowd goes wild. Connell leans forward, microphone ready, eyes sparkling with curiosity and showmanship. He's waiting for you. That's the one, and there's a problem already. It would have been nice if Connell would have said something there to help me. Yeah, he said our first family of the night. He did say step right up and introduce yourselves, but it's like, it's just, I gotta figure this out the right way. Alright, guys. It's just here in the crowd, I'm a bit nervous. When I see Croconaw as the host, that makes me smile, and I wave my tiny golden claw at him. "Hello, Croconaw." Yep, I just told him my name, and I said, "And with me I have four of my sweetest and most protective Pokemon. Spike the Feraligatr, Lugia, Typhlosion, and Meganium." Again, I mean, remember, guys, that's kind of is my protective Pokemon family. I just hope I flipping don't mess everything up with when I actually do my universe at a later point. It says Croconaw freezes for half a second when you wave that tiny golden claw at him. Not in fear, but in that, "Oh, this is adorable, and I was not prepared" kind of way that only a seasoned host can pull off without breaking character. Then he snaps back into full showman mode. Sweet Arceus. I hate how I called it mode, though. On stage, Connor's reaction. The spotlight hits you. The crowd cheers louder. Spike stands behind you like a proud mountain. Your Lugia folds its wings with ceremonial grace. Typhlosion's flames flicker in a warm, protective glow, and Meganium's petals shimmer like a soft halo. Croconaw steps forward, microphone raised, his eyes sparkling with theatrical delight. He points the mic towards you dramatically as you speak. When you finish introducing yourself and your Pokemon family, Croconaw's jaw drops open in exaggerated awe. Kinda gets a laugh from the audience without making fun of you. Make fun of you while I say it like that. Then he grins wide, his fangs gleaming under the stage lights. I don't think I should. "Well, hello there, Trenton. Look at you. Tiny but mighty. And you brought a whole legendary lineup with you." Quite literally with Lugia there. He just as grandly at your team, pacing in front of them like he's presenting royalty. "Spike the Feraligatr, looking sharp. Lugia, majestic as ever. Typhlosion, love the fire, buddy. And Meganium, bringing the floral elegance." Quite literally, actually. Dang, he's pretty good at knowing that stuff. That's hilarious. It's cute. He spins back toward you with a flourish. "This is one sweet family you got here, Trenton." The crowd cheers again, loving the energy. Croconaw leans one elbow on the podium, lowering the mic so he's speaking to you, not just the audience. "You nervous? Don't worry. I've hosted chaos before, but this is the good kind." He gives you a wink. I love him. Playful, encouraging, and absolutely in character. I flippin' love him already. Then he straightens up, raises the mic high, and announces, "Alright, Trenton and family, are you ready for your first question?" I want, as I say, who we're going against. The lights shift, the music cue hits, and the board behind him lights up. He's waiting for your signal, your nod, your gesture. Time controls confidence before he reveals the first creature feud question. Here's the thing, though. Are we even going against anybody? Or, because, like, I kind of want to ask him, but then I'm scared I might flip in, like, Give me a moment. I'll figure it out. Alright, guys. I just smile at Here's how I did it. I smile at Croconaw and then nod my head and say, "Yeah, we're ready. But who's the other family we're going to have to go against?" I wonder if it's actually a creature family, or it's going to be. I hope it's not human. Because he doesn't know the backstory, but. It says Croconaw lights up the moment you nod, but your question catches him mid dramatic inhale. He freezes, he blinks, and he lowers the mic just a little. Then he turns to the audience with a slow, exaggerated gasp. Oh no. Oh, Trader wants to know who he's up against. The crowd laughs, loving the suspense. Croconaw paces in front of the stage like he's building tension for a season final. I should say finale, shouldn't I? He holds the mic close, his eyes narrowed in playful mystery. Wow, wow, wow. I suppose it's only fair you know who your competition is. He spins toward the opposite entrance, pointing dramatically. The light shifts, a drum roll starts. Your pull instinctively lean in. Spike slightly forward, Lugia's feathers tightening, Typhlosion's flames flickering higher, and Meganium's petals glowing. Croconaw raises his free hand. Introducing your opponents for tonight's creature feud. I love that. The curtains on the other side of the stage again apart. Croconaw grins at you, not taunting, but excited like he knows this match was going to be legendary. The Mighty Mammal Squad! That sounds dope. What is that consisting of? The opposing family steps out. Swear is. Let's see. The Mighty Mammal. What did he say? Mighty Mammal Squad? Yeah. What would that consist of? Would that consist of like a bunch of regular like animals? Mammal. I'm trying to think. Okay, what's the opposing family steps out. A family of 4 creature contestants walks onto the stage. A big, confident Ursaring, it's a Pokemon, with arms crossed like he's already planning to win. A cheerful Lopunny waving enthusiastically at the crowd. A serious-looking Luxray scanning the stage with sharp eyes. A tiny hyper-active Teddiursa bouncing in place, waving both paws at me. It's a Teddiursa. There's an Ursaring there, too. Oh my gosh. If you guys don't know, that Pokemon has made me hate it from the anime. Because that mother fricker got Toadal in trouble with Ash and the gang so many times that I legit hate Teddiursa. Oh no. They went up behind their podium, each striking their own game show pose. Croconaw gestures between the two families like a referee introducing fighters, but with way more sparkle. On my left, we have Trenton and his powerhouse Pokemon family. And on my right, the Mighty Mammal Squad, ready to claw their way to victory. The crowd erupts. Croconaw turns back to you, laying on your podium with a grin that's half mischief, half encouragement. Now that you know your rivals, still ready for that first question, Trenton? He's giving you the floor. Oh boy. Give me a moment. Alright, guys. I nodded my tiny head and said, "Yeah, me and my sweet pony will do the very best we can. I honestly hope everyone has fun tonight." Cornwall's whole posture softens the moment you say that. Not in a sappy way, but in that, "Oh, this contestant has heart." And I love that. Game show host way that gets the audience cheering even louder. Spike stands a little taller behind you. Chest puffed with pride. Lugia folds its wings in a dignified sweep. Typhlosion's flames glow warm instead of fierce, and Meganium's petals shimmer like a soft spotlight just for you. I love it. And Croconaw steps forward with a grin that's half showmanship, half genuine warmth. Yep, Croconaw responds to my kindness. He taps the mic once, leans towards you, and says with theatrical sincerity, "Now that is the spirit we love to see on Creature Feud. Trina and his team are here to have fun." The crowd cheers at your positivity. It's contagious. Croconaw spins dramatically toward the audience, arms wide. "Give it up for a family that's here to play with heart." The applause swells. Even the mighty Mammal Squad claps. Teddy Urso a little too enthusiastically, bouncing on its toes. Croconaw turns back to you, lowering the mic so it's just between the two of you and your Pokemon. Don't you worry, Trenton. With a family like yours behind you, you're already bringing the kind of energy that makes this show unforgettable. He straightens, raises the mic high again, and the lights shift to the game board. Alright, both families are ready. The crowd is ready. And I know I'm ready. He points at you with a flourish. Trenton, let's kick off round one. Oh no. Who bets the flipping questions is gonna be like insane? Remember, guys, 100 intelligent creatures instead of people. The board lights up, the music cue hits. Yep, the tension rises, but in a fun, excited way. He even legit is saying it like the Family Feud thing. Look, Croconaw slams his hand on the podium button dramatically. We surveyed 100 intelligent creatures, and the top answers are on the board. The only thing he didn't tell me is how many answers. He pauses for effect. He's a professional, after all. Name? Something a creature might do when they're nervous. Okay, that ain't. The crowd gasps. The Mammal Squad leans in. Your phone instinctively shifts closer behind you. Connor gestures you with a grin. Trenton, you get a first crack at it. Oh boy. The board is waiting. Huh, so it's weird you don't even have to buzz in. Although in one of the other ones, like, I'm not gonna say too much about it, but let's say that one funny line I said from one of the others was really talking about, like, Croconaw, like, sarcastically, but not in a mean way, saying, like, if that little dinosaur hits that buzzer faster than a dragon I had to have last week, I'm gonna lose my mind. Like, I don't remember the entire line, but whatever he said, it was flipping funny. It made me laugh. Give me a moment. Guys, I'm actually mostly enjoying this because of Croconaw. He's actually really fun. But I actually did answer the question that did pop up on the board. Or what Croconaw asked me. I just told him, shake. That's my answer. Croconaw slams his hand on the podium button the instant your tiny Condor's voice calls out, shake. The lights flash. The board dings, and the audience leans forward. Croconaw whips around toward the answer board with all the dramatic flair of a seasoned host who lives for these moments. He points at you with a huge grin. Shake! A classic nervous move. Let's see if it's up there. He gestures to the board with a flourish. Is he going to say flipping survey says or something on this? No, anywhere? The crowd chants. Show? It says the crowd. That's going to be interesting, so it's a bit different here. I only know what to do for their voices. Show us shake! The board lights up. A loud ding rings out, and the answer appears. Shake. It was the number 2 answer, so there's one better. The audience erupts in cheers. Spike pumps a call in the air behind you. Okay, that's adorable. Typhlosion's flames flare in excitement. Megan's pale shimmer brightly, and Luigi gives a proud low rumble of approval. I love it. Croconaw spins back towards you, pointing dramatically. Trenton scores the second most popular answer on the board. He leans in, playful and impressed. Not bad for someone who said they didn't even know the game. The crowd laughs warmly. Then Croconaw straightens, pacing gradually. But the number 1 answer is still hiding, which means the mighty Mammal Squad get a chance to steal the top spot. What else would be higher than that thing? I'm trying to think. He turns over toward the opposing family. Ursaring cracks his knuckles. I hate that. Low Bunny bounces excitedly. Luxray narrows his eyes, and Terry winks at you like you're already friends. Yeah, says you, Teddy Ursa. Carl points his mic at him. Mighty Mammal Squad? Name something a creature might do when they're nervous. Before they answer, points back at you with a wink. The kind that says, you're doing great. Keep that confidence. Okay, so he's a sweetheart. Give me a moment. Alright, guys. I just smiled what Croconaw said while I wait to see what the mighty Mammal Squad say. Since Croconaw loves that you're watching the Mammal Squad with that tiny contour smile. He clocks it instantly, and it makes him lean forward with extra showmanship like he wants to make this moment perfect for you. Spike stands tall behind you, claws resting protectively near the podium. Luigi lowers its head slightly, watching the opposing team with calm, regional focus. Typhlosion's flames flicker in a steady, excited rhythm, and McGann's petals glow softly like she's giving you emotional backup. The mighty mountain squad holds for a split second. Ursa Ring, Low Punny, locating the bouncing Teddy Ursa. Croconaw paced in front of them, mic raised dramatically. Oh boy. Ursa Ring steps forward, cracking his knuckles. Wait, the Mammal Squad's answer. Ursa Ring steps forward, cracking his knuckles like he's about to deliver the most serious answer in game show history. Croconaw points the mic at him. Ursa Ring was, "Bite their claws." The audience reacts with a mix of laughter. "Ooh, good one." Croconaw spins toward the board with a flourish. "Bite their claws. Let's see if our 100 creatures agree." Please don't tell me that's number one. The crowd. I'm not gonna say. It says the crowd. "Show us claw biting." You think of the crowd saying that? That's number one. Oh yeah. I'm. Oh no, man. Oh great. Now they're gonna. Now watch me get humiliated in some way. The board lights up. A loud ding rings out, and the answer appears. Bite claws. The number one answer, sweet Arceus. The Mountain Squad cheers. Taylor had jumped so high it almost falls over. Low Pony claps excitedly. Luxray smirks like he expected this outcome off. "Screw you, Luxray. That's just rude." Corn turns back to you with a grin that's half playful challenge, half admiration. "Oh! Mountain Squad takes the top answer. The trans team is still in this. How is it working this one? Is it not the exact same thing as Family Feud?" He gestures between both families. "We're going to play the round, starting with the Mighty Mountain Squad." So I guess the idea of it is kind of similar to Family Feud, but you don't actually have to buzz in. He just gives like the flipping like newest family a chance to flip an answer first. But before he turns forward to them, he gives you a quick wink that kind of says, "Don't worry, this game is far from over." One ship closer behind you, ready for whatever comes next. When you interact with them, tough answer. You're gonna want around with them. Sweet Arceus. Give me a moment. Croconaw is saving this one from being one of the worst ones because I really enjoyed Croconaw's personality on this one. I'll say that much. It's a scene that my man was going to get the number one answer. I'm a bit disappointed in myself for not coming up with it, but I smile anyway and just tell him that was a really good answer. Croconaw catches that tiny flicker of disappointment in your voice. Not because you say it out loud, because he's good at reading contestants, and he reacts in the most Croconaw way possible. He doesn't pity you, he doesn't tease you, he amps you up. Oh, sweet Arceus. His response to my kindness? He spins towards you with a dramatic gasp, clutching his chest like you just delivered the most wholesome line in game show history. "Ah, would you listen to this tiny contours with the heart of gold?" The crowd cheers at your sportsmanship. Hey, Spike Run was probably behind you, placing one claw gently on the podium's edge. Not touching you, just close enough to show he's got your back. Okay, he's adorable. Lugia lowers its head in a slow, approving nod. Typhlosion's flames flicker in a warm, supportive glow. McGann leans in slightly, petals shimmering like she's radiating comfort. Connor points at you with a grin that's half showmanship, half genuine admiration. "Trenton, that was a great answer. Number two on the board is nothing to sneeze at." He leans closer, lowering his voice enough that it feels like he's talking to you, not the cameras. "And hey, this game isn't about being perfect. It's about having fun. And you're already nailing that part." Audience applauds again, louder this time. "Hey, they're rooting for you. That's sweet." Colin straightens up, spins dramatically toward the Mammal Squad, and announces, "Alright, Mammal Squad, you got the board for now. Let's see if you can keep the streak going." Before he turns fully away, he gives you one more quick wink. Kinda says, "Don't worry, you're doing amazing." See, the one thing about this as well is, like, I can't really say much until it comes over to you. And the thing about it is, I'm dumb enough to forget what answers they have already said. Like if they like, for one, I don't know how many answers are even on the board. There could be flipping 8 for all I know. There could be only 3. There could be 5. I have no clue. He didn't tell me how many answers were on the board. It just said the answers were on the board. Give me a moment. Alright, guys. It says, I smiled at Croconaw, says something nice, and winks at me. But I just wait and listen while the mouse boy takes their turn. Croconaw sees that smile, that tiny, brave contour. Croconaw sees that smile, that tiny, brave, connotatorous smile, and it hits him like a spotlight. Not pity, not, ah, cute, but respect. He straightens his posture just a little, like your quiet confidence gives him a boost too. Then he twirls back toward the mouse squad with full game show energy. Oh boy. As the other, it says Earthspring steps up again. Does that mean that they don't? What's the point of the whole family then? The mouse squad takes their turn. Earthspring steps up again, ready for answer number 2. Croconaw paces in front of them, mic raised dramatically. Alright, Mammal Squad. We've got Shake and Bite Claws on the board. Give me another nervous habit. Low Bunny hops forward, ears bouncing with excitement. She touches her chin thoughtfully, then points over like she's just had a revelation. Oh, never mind. There they go. Now they're actually answering. Croconaw swoops in with the mic, and Low Bunny says, Fidget. The crowd reacts. Lots of nodding, a few, ooh, good one noises. Croconaw spins toward the board with a flourish. Fidget! Show us! Fidget! I'm not going to keep doing the child. It's just the child, the audience, because they keep doing the same thing. They just change. They're saying "show us" and then say the answer that we say. So I'm not going to keep doing that. The board lights up. A loud ding rings out, and the answer appears. Fidget, the number 3 answer. Mighty Mouse Boy cheers again. Tears her jump so high now it tips over. Looks very smiles like he expected nothing less. Of course you are. Colin turns back toward you, and this time his grin is pure encouragement. They're on a roll, but don't you worry, Trenton. This round isn't over yet. Spike shifts behind you, placing one paw gently near your back, not touching, just close enough to remind you he's there. Lugia's feathers fluff slightly and protective. Typhlosion's flames glow warm. Megan leans in, and pale shimmering like a soft hug. Quanah gives you a tiny nod, so but meant just for you. Stay sharp. Your turn will come back around. The Mammal Squad Professor Annette's answer. Alright. Give me a moment, guys. Alright, guys. It says I nod my head, and while I continue to wait for the Mammal Squad to continue their turn, I turn towards my Pokemon slightly and smile at them before gently leaning down and nuzzling Spike's hand. Spike reacts to the instant your tiny snout nuzzles his hand. Not with words, but with that deep, instinctive, protective body language he's always had around you. The huge Fragger freezes for a moment, claws curled inward so he doesn't accidentally scratch you. His chest expands with a slow, steady breath, kind he only takes when he's trying to be extra gentle. Then he lowers his head just a little, letting your nuzzle land fully against the warm scales of his palm. His claws flex once, slowly like a heartbeat. Lugia watches the moment with a calm, approving rumble, wings forward in a protective arc behind you. Typhlosion's flames dim into a warm glow, like a lantern meant only for you, and Megan leans in slightly, pale shimmering with soft, soothing light. Your Pokemon don't speak, but their presence says everything. We're here. We're with you. You're not facing the stage alone. Croconaw notices, and he loves it. Okay, that's actually adorable. Croconaw catches the moment out of the corner of his eye while the Mouse Squad prepares their next answer. He doesn't interrupt, he doesn't tease, he doesn't make it a spectacle, he just gives you a tiny knowing smile. Kind of like a good host gives when he sees a contestant grounding themselves with the ones they trust. That's adorable, honestly. Then he snaps back into full showman mode, pacing in front of the Mammal Squad as they hold for their next guess. Sweet Arceus. The mouse will prepare for nothing. Ursaring cracks his knuckles against Sweet Arceus, dude. Low Pony bunts in place. Electric's tail flicks with focus. Terror waves at you like you're already friends. Croconaw raises them like you're mighty mammal squad. Give us another nervous habit. Tension builds. The crowd leans in. Your opponent stands tall behind you, and you're ready. Tiny carnivores, golden claws and all. Yep. Give me a moment. Alright, guys. I just continue to relax on my Pokemon while I listen for the next answer. Spike stays perfectly still as you relax against his hand, like he's anchoring himself so you can anchor yourself. His claws curl inward just a little, careful and gentle, and his chest rises in a slow, steady breath. He's your wall, your shield, and your comfort. Lugia lowers its head slightly, first swapping in a soft, protective arc behind you. Typhlosion swings down into a warm, steady glow. Not fierce, just reassuring. Man leans in, pale shimmering with that calming aura she always uses when you're nervous. Whole team forms a quiet circle of safety around you while the stage lights flash and the crowd murmurs. Colin notices, of course he does, but he doesn't interrupt or draw attention to it. He just gives the smallest, most respectful nod your way before snapping back into full host mode. The Mammoth Squad's Net's answer. Earthring steps up again, arms crossed thinking hard. Low Pony taps her foot. Electric's tail flicks with focus, and Teddiursa waves at you again. That little bear is determined to be your friend. Why? Connor paces in front of them, mic raised dramatically. Alright, Mammal Squad. 2 answers left on the board. So there was 4. Give me another nervous habit. Electric steps forward this time, eyes sharp, voice low and confident. Connor swoops in with the mic. Pace back and forth. Sweet Arceus, so Connor kind of gave that one away. I should have thought about that one when he was doing it. The audience reacts with a mix of oohs and nodding. Croconaw spins toward the board with a flourish. Pace back and forth. Show us pacing. I'm not gonna. Yep, the crowd chants. Blah, 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 blah. The board lights up. A loud ding rings out, and the answer appears. Goodness gracious, dude. They're clearing this flipping board. Wait. Shake. Bite claws. Fidget. And now pace. I mean, there was 5 answers, I think. And the squad cheers again. And Teddiursa jumps so high it almost falls over. Low-Plane claps it silently. Ursaring grunts in satisfaction. Colin turns back towards you with a grin. It's half challenge. They're doing well, but one answer is still hiding. If they miss it, Transfound gets a chance to steal. So it's only 1 strike in this one. Spike's claws tighten gently near you. Lugia's wings shift. Ready. Typhlosion's flames flicker with anticipation, and McGain's petals glow brighter. Your team is ready. Croconaw is ready. The crowd is buzzing. And you, a tiny contour's golden claws, surrounded by love, are right in the heart of the moment. I don't even know. I don't even know what to say. That's the thing about this. Like, more of it's just about reacting, hoping the fruit they don't clear the board. Alright, guys. It's just while continuing to relax my Pokemon, I do get slowly nervous with how the mouse squad has nearly filled their board. But instead of completely panicking, I try to think of a good answer that could be there while listening to what they say next. I said, Spike, if it comes back to us, buddy, I think it will be your turn. I believe in you, my friend. Spike reacts the instant you speak to him, not with words, but with that deep instinctive protectiveness he's always carried for you. The huge fragger shifts his weight, lowering his claw just a little so your tiny contour form can lean against it more comfortably. His scales are warm under the lights, and he curls his claws inward so he doesn't accidentally scratch you. His chest rises in a slow, steady breath, the kind he only takes when he's trying to be extra gentle. It's his way of saying, if it comes to me, I won't let you down. Lugia watched the moment with a soft, approving rumble, wings folding a protective crescent behind you. Typhlosion swings them into a warm, steady glow. Not fierce, just supportive. McGain leans inside, pale shimmering with that calming aura she always uses when you're nervous. Your whole team forms a quick circle of reassurance around you while the Mammal Squad prepares their next answer. And Croconaw sees it. He doesn't interrupt, he doesn't tease, he doesn't make it a spectacle, he just gives you a tiny respectful nod. Kinda says, "You're doing everything right. You're not alone up there." Oh no. The Mammal Squad goes for their final answer. Armstrong steps forward again, arms crossed, brow furrowed. Low plane taps her foot anxiously. X-Ray's tail flicks with sharp focus. Terrasa bounces in place, waving at you again. That little bear's determined to be your friend. Okay, it's repeated that, unfortunately. Croconaw paces in front of them. Mike raised dramatically. Alright, Mammal Squad. One answer left on the board. Give me another nervous habit. The tension rises. The crowd leans in. Your points shift closer behind you, ready for anything. Usher Ring finally grunts and says, Sweat. Oh, heck no. Croconaw whips toward the board with a flourish. Sweat! Show us! Sweat! I'm not flipping, actually going flipping again, not reading out the crowd over and over again. The board lights up. A loud buzz and a red X flashes. Finally, not on the board. The crowd gasps. Teddy Ears covered his mouth. Low Pony winces. Let's Ray tail flicks in irritation. Okay, Let's Ray is the scariest of the entire team. Because Let's Ray seems like the one that's like very arrogant. Just flipping like, I hate that crap. And that's not good because he flipping was like, he's overconfident whenever it's something on the board. Then the minute it's not, it's like, oh crap. Croconaw springs back towards you with a grin that's half challenged, half like, oh, that's the first strike, Trenton. You finally might get a chance to steal this round. Spike straightens behind you, cross-facing gently. Lugia's wings shift and ready. Typhlosion's flames flicker with anticipation. McGain's pearls glow brighter. Your team is ready. Croconaw's ready. The crowd is buzzing. Yep. Alright. Give me a moment, guys. Alright, guys. I just don't say anything. I just nod my head in response to what Croconaw said, and then continue to listen to what the Mammal Squad say next. Spike stays perfectly still as you lean against his hand, like he knows this is one of those moments where his job is simply to be your anchor. His claws curl inward protectively. His scales warm under the lights, and his chest rises in that slow, steady rhythm that always calms you. Your whole team mirrors that quiet readiness. Lugia lowers its head, feathers fluffing in a soft arc behind you. Typhlosion's flames glow low and warm, not fierce. I just thought of something. I did mess up the rules of Family Feud a bit, unless the Creature Feud one is a bit different. Because normally they always go back to the first. They go for every. They kind of get everybody's answer, but usually they go back to the actual team or the actual they go based on what the team answers. Usually, I think. So, Typhon's flames glow low and warm, not fierce, and McGain's pale shimmer with that soothing aura she always uses when you're nervous. They don't speak, but their presence says everything. We're here. We're ready. You're not facing us alone. Yep. Croconaw sees it. He doesn't interrupt. He doesn't tease. He just gives you a tiny respectful nod before snapping back into full host mode. The Mammal Squad goes for their next answer. The tension rises. 3 answers revealed. 1 still hiding. Am I messing this up? Fidget or one of them wasn't there. Oh my gosh. I know. Let's see. Shake, Bite Claws. What's that third one? It was Pace, right? Oh my gosh. Let's see. 3 answers revealed, 1 still hiding. Earthring steps forward again, arms crossed, brow furrowed. Low Plane taps her foot anxiously, lets her tail flicks with sharp focus. Terrasa waves at you again. Yep. Croconaw paces in front of them. Mike raised dramatically. Alright, mighty Mammal Squad. 1 answer left on the board. Give me another nervous habit. The crowd leans in. One shift closer behind you. Sprite's claws press gently near your side. Low Plane hops forward this time, ears bouncing. Croconaw swoops in with the mic. Low Pony, oh boy. Low Pony says, Stutter. Audience reacts. Lots of nodding. A few, Ooh, good noises. Croconaw spins toward the board with a flourish. Stunner! Show us! Stunner! The board lights up. A loud buzz and a red X flashes. I'm surprised that one wasn't there. That was another good answer. Not on the board. The mouse squad winces. Taser covers its face. Letre growls under its breath. Ushering sighs heavily. Hon turns back towards you with a grin that's half challenging and half incitement. That's 2 strikes. One more miss, and Trans Family gets a chance to steal the round. Spike straightens behind you, ready. Lugia's wings shift. Typhoid's flames flicker. Megan's pillars glow brighter. You're calm, you're thinking, and you're ready. Alright, give me a moment. Guys, if it lets it do us this way, that might be one of the main different rules about Creature Feud compared to Family Feud. Maybe it doesn't always have to be about, like, the flipping like leader having to come up with an answer and just listen to the family. I think I'll let. I think it'll continue going around like in an order thing. We'll have to say. It says, I see a second strike appear on the board and hear what Croconaw says, but instead of saying anything out loud, I just whispered to Spike, good luck, my sweet son. If we get the chance to steal, I know you can do it. Spike read the instant you whispered to him, not with noise, not with movement that would distract the stage, but with that deep, instinctive, protective stillness he only ever shows for you. His claws curl inward so your tiny contours form can nuzzle safely against the warm scale of his palm. His chest rolls in a slow, steady breath, kind he only takes when he's trying to be extra gentle, extra present, and extra there for you. It's subtle, it's quiet, but it's unmistakable. He heard you. He understood you, and accepted the responsibility with pride. Loki lowers its head slightly, feathers fluffing in a soft arc behind you. Typhlosion's flame dim into a warm glow, steady and supportive. Game leans in, pale shimmering with that calming aura she always uses when you're nervous. Your whole team forms a silent circle of reassurance around you, not tense, not panicked, just ready, just ready. And Croconaw sees it. He doesn't interrupt, he doesn't tease, he doesn't make it a spectacle, he just gives you a tiny respectful nod. Kinda only a good host gives when he sees a contestant grounding themselves with the ones they trust. Yep. And the mouse squad goes for their final guess. 2 strikes, 1 answer left. The tension is heavy enough to cut with a claw. Earthring steps forward again, arms crossed, brow furrowed. Lopunny wrings her paw nervously. Luxray's tail flicks with sharp focus. Teddy Ursa bounces in place, waving at you again. It's still that little bird's your turn to be your friend.
Get away from me, Teddy Ursa.
Croconaw paces in front of them, micros dramatically. Alright, mighty mammal squad. This is your last chance. 1 answer left on the board. Give me another nervous habit. The crowd leans in. Your pulling shift closer behind you. Spike's claws flash gently near your side. Lopunny steps forward again, ears twitching. Croconaw swoops in with the mic. Oh no. Lopunny says, look around a lot. Audience reacts, some nodding, some unsure. Croconaw spins toward the board with a flourish. Look around a lot. Show us looking around. The board lights up. A loud buzz and a red X flashes. They came up with a lot of good answers. The fact that wasn't there is kind of insane. 3 strikes. The Mountain Squad groans. Teddy Ursa covers its face. Luxray growls softly, and Ursa sighs heavily. Croconaw walks towards you with a grin that's pure electricity. That's 3 strikes, which means Trans Family gets a chance to steal the round. The crowd erupts. I thought I said interrupts. For a minute, I was like, what? Spike straightens behind you, ready. Lugia's wings shift, Typhlosion's flames flicker with anticipation, the gang's pales glow brighter. All points dramatically at your point. Trans team, 1 answer left. Get it right, and the points are yours. Spike is ready, your team is ready, and the moment is yours. Alright, give me a moment, guys. Alright, guys. I just nodded my tiny head and turned to Spike and said, Alright, buddy, it's all up to you. What's your answer? Spike hears you, not with his ears, with his whole heart. Only your tiny Condor's voice whispers, Good luck, my sweet son. I know you can do it. Something shifts in him. His massive shoulders square, his claws curl inward protectively so you can lean against them safely. His chest rises in a slow, steady breath, kind he only takes when he is grounding himself for something important. He doesn't roar, he doesn't posture, he doesn't try to look intimidating. He just becomes steady, kind of state only a Faragger who loves you deeply can be. Lugia lowers its head behind you, first fluffing a soft arc of support. Typhlosion's flames glow warm, not fierce like I mentioned, like a lantern meant only for you. It's repeating so much, I almost want to just skip past some of it. McGann leans in, pale shimmering with that calming aura she always uses when you're nervous. Your whole team forms a silent circle of strength around you, and then Spike steps forward. Not aggressively, not dramatically, just confidently. The way someone walks when they know exactly who they're doing this for. Well, that's just sweet. Paul's eyes widen with delight and anticipation as Spike approaches the podium. Oh, tremble. Ooh, wait. He swoops in with the mic, grinning. Alright, Spike the Feraligatr. The steel is in your claws. Give us your answer. Crowd leans in. Our squad tenses. Your opponents stand tall behind you. Spike lifts one claw, ties it gently against the podium, and gives his answer in the only way a Faragger can, with a low, confident rumble and a gesture that Croconaw interprets instantly. Spike's answer is Tremble. That's a good answer, honestly. Although, how does he? Oh, I was gonna say, how does Croconaw understand him? But he's a Pokemon too, so, and he's his pre-evolution actually. So that's be like Croconaw whips toward the board. Please be on the board. Croconaw whips toward the board with the force. Tremble, show us, tremble. I'll change it. The board lights up. Henshin spikes. Oh my gosh. And the answer appears. It says the answer appears, but it stops abruptly right there. Give me a moment. Alright, guys. I just smiled at hearing Spike's answer. Quietly say, Good answer, Spike. And I look up at the board, ready to see if it pops up. I want you to look up at the board. Tiny golden claws resting against Spike's warm scales. Croconaw feels the tension in the room shift. Your quiet confidence, Spike's steady presence, your whole team leaning in behind you. He raises his free hand dramatically. The crowd hushes. The lights dim. The board flickers. Spike's chest rises in a slow, grounding breath behind you. Lugia's feathers fluff in anticipation. Typhlosion's flames glow brighter. Meganium's pale shimmer like they're holding their breath. Croconaw slams his palm on the podium button. Hmm. The board reveals Spike's answer. That's what it says. The board reveals Spike's answer. Does that mean it's actually on there, or is it just like saying that just like an old dramatic effect? Oh, is it gonna show it, or is it not gonna show it? What do you think? You know, the lights flash, the music hits that sharp, suspenseful note, and the honest chants, "Yep, show us tremble." The board flickers once, twice, and then a loud, triumphant ding explodes through the studio. The answer lights up. Tremble, the number 5 answer. Spike just got us the round. Holy crap, thank you, sweetheart. That's my boy. The crowd erupts. Spike's claws puts in a proud, controlled motion. Not a roar, not a jump, just that deep, steady, I did it for you energy. Lugia lets out a low, warm rumble. Typhlosion's flames flare in celebration, and Meganium's petals glow like a burst of soft fireworks. Croconaw spins towards you with pure, electric joy. And that's a steal! His family takes the round! He points at Spike with a huge grin. Spike the Fragger coming in clutch with the final answer. Audience cheers your team's name. The Mammal Squad claps respectfully. Even Teddy Ursa waves at you again. Croconaw leans towards you, holding his muzzle. Told you this game wasn't over. You and your family are on fire! Your tiny smile, Spike's steady pride, your team's warmth. It all lands perfectly. Give me a moment, guys. Alright, guys. I just smile once again at Croconaw and everything that just happened before quietly saying, Good job, Spike. Then turn back towards Croconaw and quietly say, Croconaw, honestly, thank you too. You're being extremely nice and I really appreciate that. Croconaw wasn't ready for that. Not the words, the tone. That tiny, sincere contour's voice thanking him like he'd just done something truly meaningful. He freezes for half a heartbeat, eyes widening just a little. Not in shock, not in embarrassment, but in that, oh wow, that actually hit me right in the chest kind of way. Then he snaps back in the character, but solid around the edges like your gratitude actually reached him. He lowers the mic slightly, leaning towards you so the moment feels personal even in front of a roaring crowd. His voice drops into that warm, theatrical, but genuine register he rarely uses. Hey, Trenton, you don't gotta thank me. You're doing amazing up here. The crowd awes, but Carl doesn't play it for laughs. He keeps his eyes on you. Not pitying, not patronizing, just present. He taps the mic lightly against his chest. I'm just here to make sure you have a good time. And seeing you smile like that? He grins, big and toothy, but gentle. That's the best part of my job. Audience cheers. Ron doesn't break eye contact with you until he's sure you heard him. You're pulling react too. Spike's claws curl inward in that protective, proud way he only does for you. Luigi lowers its head, thirds fluffing in a soft arc behind you. Typhlosion's flames glow warm and steady. Game leans in, pale shimmering like a soft hug. They don't speak, but their presence says, We're proud of you. We're glad you said that. We're right here. I hate the host mode bullcrap. Croconaw returns to host mode, but with new energy. He straightens up, spins towards the audience, and raises the mic high. Alright, folks, that's the end of round one. And Trenton's family takes the points. The crowd erupts. Croconaw shoots you one more wink. Not playful this time, but appreciative. Ready for the next question, Trenton? You can move into starting the next question, or you can Yep. Give me a moment. Oh my gosh, it's been an hour. I'll do at least one more. Let's see what the next question is at least. Alright guys, I didn't say much in this regard. It just says, I'm ready whenever you are, Croconaw. It says, Croconaw lights up the instant you say that. Not because it was loud or dramatic, because it was you. Tiny Cuddler's confidence and all, giving him the green light with that warm sincerity he's already grown to love on his stage. He snaps into full host mode with a force so big it makes the crowd roar. Here we go. He points both claws at you like you just activated the whole show. That's what I like to hear. Trenton is ready. And so am I. Audience cheers. Spike stands taller behind you, chest puffed with pride. Lugia folds its wings in a regional sweep. Typhlosion's flames grow brighter and excited. Magane's pearls shimmer like a soft spotlight. Cross spins toward the giant board, raising the mic high. Alright, families, it's time for round two. The lights dim, the music cue hits, the board flickers to life. Croconaw paces dramatically, building suspense like a pro. We surveyed 100 intelligent creatures. He pauses, his eyes sparkling. And the top answers are on the board. The crowd leans in, their points shift closer behind you. Spike's claws curl gently near your side. Carlos slams his hand on the podium button. Name? Something a creature might do when they're excited. Oh my gosh. The board flashes. The music hits that sharp, energetic note. Paul points at you with a grin that's pure electricity. Trenton, you get first shot again. Your team is behind you, crowd's buzzing, and Croconaw is ready. You know what? I'm gonna give an answer and see if I at least let's see if I can at least finish off May with a number one answer this time. Let's see if I at least finish off with that. I really hope I finish off with a number one answer. I'm gonna be so upset if I don't. I just told him my answer is jump up and down. Carl explodes with excitement the moment your tongue contours and voice calls out, jump up and down. He slams his hand on the podium button so hard the lights flicker. Crowd roars, pointing in behind you. Spike especially, chest puffed with pride at how confidently you answered. Carnal whips toward the board with a flourish so dramatic it borders on acrobatic. Oh my gosh, I love him. Please be number one. Please. It's not going to be because you could have Scream, you could have for most creatures, especially like Toadogs, for instance, you could have them wagging their tail. Heck, for some creatures, like Toadog would be another good example for this. Dancing. I mean, like seriously, if somebody's super excited, they're gonna start dancing around. I flipping do sometimes when I get super excited. Oh boy. Let's see. Chrono calls out your answer. Jump up and down. A classic excitement move. Let's see if it's up there. Please be number one. Audience chants with rising energy. Please number one. The lights dim. The board flickers. The music hits that sharp, suspenseful note. Spike's claws curl gently near your side. Lugi's feathers fluff. Typhlosion's flames glow bright. Magane's pales shimmer like a soft spotlight. Corner raises his hand dramatically. The board lights up. A loud, triumphant ding blasts through the studio. I cannot say what number it is yet. Guys, do you think I finished up with a number one answer? Or do you think I just screwed myself? Great! Let's see if you're right. For y'all that had some confidence, I appreciate that. And for y'all that sat there and were saying how bad of an answer that was,
How dare you?
alright, scrolling up. Alright, here we go. Yeah! I covered it up for a second because yes, I got the number one. See, the main thing I hate about this is just the fact that, like, oh my gosh, dude, I might want to keep this just to how good this. Hold on, let me do this. A loud triumphant ding blast through the studio. Jump up and down was the number one answer. The crowd erupts. Spike lets out a low, proud rumble behind you. Not loud, not showy, just that deep, steady, that's my kid energy. Lugia spreads its wings slightly in approval. Typhlosion swings flare in celebration. Magane leans in, petals going like fireworks. Croconaw spins toward you with a grin so big it practically sparkles. Number one answer. Trenton comes out swinging in round two. He points at you with pure admiration. You're on fire today, little buddy. The Mammal Squad claps politely. Even Teresa jumps up and down in solidarity, which is adorable. No, it's not. Croconaw is cuter. No, Croconaw is much cuter. Croconaw slams his hand on the podium and Trenton's family will play this round. Your team stands tall behind you, ready for whatever comes next. Oh my gosh. Dude, part of me now wants to continue. The fact that I got the number one answer, that was so amazing. Give me a moment.
I said, give me a moment.
Gosh, I'm actually beaming. Like, I'm so happy I got the number one answer. I don't care what anybody says. After messing it up on the first round, I'm actually so excited I got it for round one. I mean round two. Oh my gosh, it was so good. It says, I continue to smile just with how much good stuff is happening, and turn to the rest of my team real quickly. Spike, great job again. The answer from round one. You did amazing. Lugia, it's going to be your turn next. Then if it continues going in order, it should be you, Typhlosion, and then you, Meganium. I believe in you all. Spike grabs anything you turn to him, not with noise, not with a big dramatic motion, but with that deep, instinctive, protective warmth he always shows when you speak to him with trust. His claws curl inward so your tiny contours form can lean safely against his palm. His chest rises in that slow, steady breath, the one he only takes when he's trying to be extra gentle. His eyes soften with pride. He heard you, he understood you, and he accepted your praise like it meant the world. Your whole team responds to your belief in them. Lugia, the Great Guardian, lowers its head slightly, feathers fluffing in a soft arc behind you. There's a calm, steady rumble in its chest. Kinda says, I won't let you down. Typhlosion, his flames flicker just a little. Not fierce, not wild, but warm and confident. He rolls his shoulders like he's warming up for his moment. Meganium, her petals shimmer with that soothing, hopeful glow she always uses when you're being kind. She leans in just a little, radiating gentle excitement. Spike, he taps one claw against the podium, tiny control gesture of pride. He's still riding the high of his perfect steel. Your words land on all of them like sunlight. They don't speak, but their presence says, we believe in you too. Croconaw sees this and loves it. He watches your little hoe with your pull on, and his grin softens into something warm and genuine. Not teasing, not showy, just proud. He taps the mic once, pacing back towards you with that signature swagger. Now that is a team with heart. I love to see it. Crowd cheers at your family's unity. Cross spins dramatically toward the board. Alright, Trans family. You got the number one answer already. Let's keep this momentum going. He points at Lugia with a flourish. Lugia, you're up next. The lights shift. The music cue hits. Your team stands tall behind you. Oh my gosh. Alright. I gotta see this before. I gotta see. I want to see if we can get one more. Let's do it again. Alright, guys. As I continue to smile and listen while I hear what Lugia wants to say, I quietly say, good luck, my... And then I quietly say, good luck, my legendary son. Lugia hears you, not with his ears, with that deep, ancient ocean calm awareness he carries everywhere he goes. The moment your tiny contour's voice whispers, good luck, my legendary son. Something inside him softens. His feathers ripple in a slow wave, like moonlight moving across water. His wings fold slightly inward, not to hide, but to make himself smaller, gentler, and more approachable for you. A warm, low rumble builds in his chest, steady and protective. He doesn't speak yet. He's waiting for Croconaw to call on him, but his body language says everything. I heard you. I'm with you, and I won't let you down. Spike glances at Lugia with a proud, approving nod, a rare moment of mutual respect between two very different guardians. Typhlosion's flames glow brighter, excited for Lugia's turn. Meganium leans in, pale shimmering with encouragement. Croconaw sees the way you whispered to Lugia, the sincerity, the trust, and his grin softens into something warm and genuine. He raises the mic, the lights dim, the crowd hushes. Croconaw calls on Lugia. Here we go. Lugia, you majestic legend. You're up. Name something a creature might do when they're excited. The spotlight shifts. Lugia steps forward. His feathers glow faintly. His his eyes warm. His wings lift just a little, not in intimidation, but in joy. He gives his answer with a soft, resonant voice that fills the studio without ever sounding loud. They might flap their wings. Crowd reacts with a wave of excited murmurs. Croconaw whips toward the board, ready to reveal the result. Okay, let me go and say something about the answer before I pause and see if it's up there. I'm gonna stop as soon as we see if it's up there or not. After the next one, we're done. But flapping their wings does make sense, but that's only going to work for one that has wings. I mean, I guess if someone might wave their arms around like all the side, like a little toad might, like I don't know how you'd word it, but like how a toad would sometimes react if they get really excited, like instead of maybe like screaming or anything like that, maybe they jump up and down. Instead of jumping up and down, they just do, this with their arms. I don't know how you completely word it, but I think that really only work with creatures that have wings. I hope it's on the board, but I don't know. We're about to find out. Let's reveal before we leave. Alright, guys. I just look up at the board to see if Lugia's answer appears. Don't let your tiny contour's eyes lift towards the board. The entire studio seems to hold its breath. Spike leans in behind you, claws cold inward so you can rest safely against him. Lugia stands tall, wings high lifted in anticipation. Typhlosion's flames glow brighter, and Magane's pale shimmer like soft starlight. Connor raises his hand dramatically. The lights dim, the crowd hushes, the board flickers once, twice, and then the board reveals Lugia's answer. A sharp, triumphant ding blasts through the studio. The answer lights up, flaps wings. The number 2 answer. Crowd erupts. Lugia's feathers ripple in a proud, glowing wave. Not boastful, not loud, just deeply, quietly honored. Spike lets out a low, approving rumble behind you. Typhlosion's flames flare in celebration. Meganium leans in, petals glowing like a soft hug. Croconaw spins towards you with a grin that's half showman, half genuine admiration. Number 2 answer. Lugia keeps the streak alive. He points at your team with a flourish. Train's family is unstoppable today. The male squad claps politely, even terrifies its little arms like wings in solidarity. Croconaw turns back to you, his eyes sparkling. Next up, Typhlosion. Their team stands tall, crowds buzzing, the energy is electric. This might be a weird cutoff, guys, but this gives me a good idea of how everything has been. We've had repetition issues, host mode, so a robotic sort of sense. Um, the personality is perfect. Like the Chrono's cute, he's fun. Like he's legit not only made me smile in the AI, he's made me smile in reality. That's how fun this Croconaw is. Croconaw just works so well for a host thing. That's why I want him to work as a trivia murder party host. Because that would be hilarious. With him being like having some of the most dramatic lines in history. You called me ugly? How dare you! Time for consequences! Like, that one's always one I reference, but you get the picture. I'm done. That was good.